Thank you for your morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Tonight, the 400-plus children taken from that polygamous compound in Texas are not going home. The court says they'll stay in state custody and undergo DNA testing. On the eve of the hearing that led to this bombshell decision, we interviewed 3 women from the polygamous FLDS sect. We revisit their side of this shattering story. We begin tonight at the El Dorado Yearning for Zion Ranch in Texas with 3 women, all of whom are been separated from their children. They are Esther, Marilyn, and Sally, and they're in front of a bunch of other women, much faced with the same plight. Marilyn, we'll start with you. How many children do you have?
So essentially they have stepped on.
I have one.
Just one. How old?
I don't see any
She is 7 years old.
Esther, how many do you have?
I have 5.
And what are their ages?
They range from 6 to 13.
And Sally, how many do you have?
I have 9 that they have taken, ages 5 to 17.
Were you, Marilyn, were you surprised at the raid?
Yes, sir, I sure was.
What were you doing at the time?
I was eating dinner.
Was your child with you?
Yes, she was.
And Esther, tell us what happened.
At the time, I was doing what I call story and song with my son. We were singing and reading, and I was helping him with his after-school homework.
And did they just come bursting in?
They said they want, there's a whole group of people out at the gate. That was the first we knew it. This was April 3rd. So we came up to the window to see what was going on. We could see no one out there. And as the day progressed through the night, they came in, some of them came in, and had some of the girls questioning them through the night. I was watching out the window to see what was going on. I had put my children to bed, the younger ones. The older ones could not sleep. And the next day, my oldest girl saw these other girls going down. And so she came to me and said, "They're going to take me. Mother, they're going to take me. Don't let them take me. I don't want to go." And I just told her, "Let's be calm. You're not going anywhere. You're right here with me. Let's be calm." Well, the next thing we know is, to me it seemed like hundreds of trucks and cars came and surrounded the schoolhouse, and these armed policemen, they had taken the girls, got them on the bus, pulled them away from their mothers.
Sally, can you say, hold on a second, Barbara. Esther, Sally, can you say that you never thought, living the way you were living in the ranch and the like, that you were doing anything wrong?
I never thought I was doing anything wrong.
You never thought plural marriage was wrong?
I need to see them again.
No, sir, I do not believe that.
You never thought that a relationship between, say, older men and teenage girls and younger were wrong?
Do the children understand what is going on?
I would not. For my own daughter, I would advise her to wait until she was of legal age. I would not want her to get married younger than that.
But did you see others at the ranch getting married younger?
Not that I'm aware of.
for them.
So you have never, to your knowledge, seen a younger girl marry an older person?
Not that I'm aware of.
Marilyn, had you?
Help them understand. Not that I have ever seen. They need me.
Esther, had you?
Not that I have ever seen.
So all these stories are false, or just you haven't seen them?
These kids have been sexually abused.
I hear they say false.
Physically abused. That's why they remove them. So I'll ask you, have you ever witnessed any of these?
So you're saying there were no young girls at that ranch ever married to, say, men in their 20s or 30s?
Everything that involves what we do with our children is through
Not to our
love.
knowledge.
We love our children, and they love us.
You never saw anyone having sex with an underage girl?
They love us, and we love them.
What do you expect is going to come?
So the only thing that you dealt with was pluralistic marriages to more than one person.
Yes.
Did you ever think anything, Sally, I'll ask you, did you ever think anything was wrong with that?
No, sir, I do not believe so.
What the state is really saying
Sir,
that they want
the reason I am here
and so they want
is because our children need us.
with prejudice and stereotype.
And they have been torn from us illegally with officers with guns, and some of our children we have not been able to have contact with for 10 days to almost 2 weeks. And they have taken my handicapped son, who is 5 years
Young
old,
girls are forced into marriages when they're very, very young.
and needs
I'll ask
his
the
mother,
ladies here, Monica, Rachel, and Rebecca. At what age
and they have
isn't
refused
the child allowed to be
to let
married
me
in your church?
have him and bring him here where he can be cared for. They deceived us and forced us onto the bus and sent us back here. They gathered us together at Fort Concho in the shelter I was in,
Perhaps younger. How were they?
and I was only there with 2 of my children because they had already taken
Men who might be 30, 40, 50 years old.
7 of my other children. And I had no contact with them except for maybe wave. And they gathered us in the shelter and said, we're going to take you to a better place where you can be united with your family. Get your families back together. Gather up your stuff. They brought in boxes and things, and so we could gather it up, and we marked it all, and they put us on a bus.
I have my children, and
We got on the bus, and the first thing, one of the CPS ladies came up to us and said, okay, now here's what we're going to do. We're going to make 2 stops. All the mothers with children under 5 will be stopping at the first stop. And mothers with children school age and older will be taken to the second stop. So at the first stop, they named which the mothers were that had to get off. On the second stop, they took us around to the side of the building and took out our luggage from under the bus, and then let us come out one by one as they counted us as we came out. And they would push us back if we were coming a little too fast. Got us in this big room in one central spot with our children, and there were armed officers all gathered round. And one of the personnel came over and said, we want the mothers to gather over here. We're going to take you in this room to give you some information.
Have you
And they would
spoken
leave the
with
children here.
Have you spoken with your children since all this?
No, sir. We have tried.
Now, let me get it straight. We know polygamy is against U.S. law. Is it against God's law? We'll ask that after the break.
Thank you for your